Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
How are you today?
I am
I am
fine.
fine. Thank you,
How
sir. How
about
about you?
I am fine, thank you for asking me. Can you hear my voice clearly? If you can hear, please give me a thumbs up on your camera.
yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Welcome back, everyone. I'm really happy to meet all of you. So please stay focused, stay active, and most importantly, enjoy our lesson today. So today we are going to talk about something very interesting, something that we actually experience in our daily lives. The topic is recounting past events through personal experience, especially about celebrating Independence Day. Are you ready, guys?
Yes, we
Yes, sir.
are ready, sir.
Great, let's start. Before we begin, let's look at our learning goals. By the end of this lesson, you are expected to understand several important things. First, you will be able to identify the communicative purpose of a recon text. Second, you will be able to find specific information such as who, when, and where. Third, you will understand the generic structure, orientation, events, and reorientation. Fourth, you will learn important language features, especially simple past tense and sequence connectors. And finally, you will be able to share your own Independence Day experience. So basically, today we are not only learning grammar, we are learning how to tell a past experience clearly. Jadi teman-teman bukan cuma menghafal rumus, tetapi kita memahami bagaimana Inggris digunakan untuk menceritakan pengalaman kita sendiri. Are these goal clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Let's move to our first part. Now, look at the screen. The question is, what is a recount text? Have you ever told your friend about something that happened yesterday? For example, yesterday I went to school. I met my friends, we studied English, and after that we went home. That is actually a simple example of recounting a past event. So guys, a recount text is a text that retells past events or experiences in the order they happen. So the important idea is past events and chronological order. Recount text can be used to share an experience, inform the reader, or entertain the reader by retelling a memory. Let me ask you, if I tell about my holiday last week, is that a past event?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Exactly, because it already happened. Let's make it even simpler. So guys, recount text answer one basic question. What happened in the past? For example, I can say, last Sunday I visited my grandmother. The event happened in the past, so I use a past form visited. Remember the simple idea. Recount equals retelling something that already happened. Kalau kejadiannya sudah terjadi, kita harus memperhatikan bentuk past tense-nya ya guys. Everybody, please repeat me after me. Recount text tells past events.
Recount text
Context
tells
tells past events.
events.
Very good. Now, this is very important. A recount text has three main parts. Number one is orientation, number two is events, and number three is reorientation. Think of a recount text like telling a story to your friend. Orientation is the beginning, events are what happen, reorientation is the ending. So the formula is very easy. Beginning, middle, and ending. But in English, we call them orientation, events, and reorientation. Can you repeat the tree structure with me?
Orientation.
Orientation, events, reorientation.
Excellent. Now let's focus on the first structure, orientation. So orientation introduces the background of the story. It tells us who, when, and where. For example, my classmates and I celebrated Independence Day at school last August 17. From this sentence, we can identify the information. So, orientation gives us the background before the main activities begin. Quick question. If I ask, where did they celebrate Independence Day? What is the answer?
At school.
At school.
Correct. Very good. Now we move to the second part, events. This is the heart of the story because this is where the action happens. In our Independence Day context, the events can include joining the flag ceremony, participating in competition, joining a sack race, or helping teacher clean the schoolyard. The event must be presented in chronological order, which means from the first activity until the last activity. For example, first we joined the flag ceremony, then we joined a competition, after that we cleaned the schoolyard. Notice the order, first, then, after that. So guys, if I say first and then, am I showing an order?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. That is called a sequence. After the events, we have the final part, reorientation. Reorientation closes the story. Usually, the writer tells their feelings, impressions, or personal comments. For example, I was very tired at the end of the day, but I felt happy because the celebration brought us closer together. So the writer does not simply stop the story. The writer gives us a feeling or reflection. Misalnya, setelah mengikuti lomba, kita bisa mengatakan, I was tired, but I was very happy. So, which structure contains the writer's feeling?
Reorientation.
Perfect. Now, let's move to the language features. Because recount text talks about things that already happened, we commonly use simple past tense. We also use time expressions, action verbs, and sequence connectors. For example, joined, watched, played, won, felt, helped, and celebrated. Words like last week, yesterday, and last August 17th tells us when the event happened. And words like first, then, after that, and finally show the sequence. Very important. Everyone, these language features help our story become clear and easy to follow. Now let's pay attention to the simple past tense. For regular verbs, we usually add ed. For example, join become joined, participate becomes participated, and help becomes helped. But some verbs are irregular. For example, win becomes won and feel becomes felt. We also have past forms of to be, was and were. For example, I was nervous. The games were fun. For negative sentences, we use did not plus for one. For example, I did not win the race. Notice this. After did not, we use win, not won. Quick challenge. Which one is correct? I did not won or I did not win.
I
I
did
did
not win.
Excellent. Now, let's organize the language features. First, we have past tense, which shows that the event happened in the past. Second, we have time expressions, which tell us when it happened. Third, we have action verbs, which describe what people did. For example, last August 17th, we joined the flag ceremony. Last August 17th is the time expression, while joined is the past action verb. Simple, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we have two important groups. First, time expressions. Last August 17th, yesterday morning, 2 days ago, last week, and in the afternoon. This answer the question when. Second, sequence connectors. First, then, next, after that, and finally. These show the order of events. Let's say them together. First,
First,
then,
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 next,
next.
next,
after that,
After
after
that,
that,
finally.
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 Remember, time expressions tell us when, while sequence connectors tell us the order. Now, this is the most exciting part. Let's read an example together. The title is My Independence Day Celebration. Please look at the first paragraph on your screen. Listen carefully, and you can read silently with me. Last August 17th, my classmates and I celebrated Independence Day at school. We arrived early in the morning because the flag ceremony started at 7 o'clock. After the ceremony, we joined several competitions. Now, let's find the information. When?
Last August 17th.
Last August 7,
Who?
My
my
classmates
classmate and I
Where?
at school.
at school.
Excellent. That means we have identified the orientation. Let's look more closely at paragraph 1. This paragraph is the orientation because it introduces the background. We know the participants, the time, and the place. Also, notice the sentence. We arrived early in the morning because the flag ceremony started at the 7 o'clock. This gives us more information about what happened before the competition. Now, remember our strategy from the lesson. When answering the question, do not just guess. Find the evidence in the text. Jadi, kalau ada pertanyaan, jangan langsung pilih jawaban ya. Cari dulu buktinya di teks. Oke?
Okay,
Okay, sir.
Now, we move to paragraph 2. This is the event section. Listen carefully. First, I participated in a cracker eating competition. I did not win, but everyone loved and enjoyed the game. What is the sequence connector?
First,
First,
Correct. And what is past verb?
participated.
participated.
Excellent. Then we have another event. Then my friends and I joined a relay race. Our team worked together and finally won second place. After that, we helped the teachers clean the schoolyard. Look at the connectors. Then, finally, and after that. These words make the story flow logically. So, the events are like a timeline. First, cracker eating competition. then relay race. Finally, they helped clean the schoolyard. Can you tell me, did they win the cracker eating competition?
No, sir.
Correct. Did they win second place in the relay race?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Now, the final paragraph is the reorientation. Listen, I was tired at the end of the day, but I felt happy. The celebration taught me that cooperation and friendship are important. What feelings does the writer have?
Tired and happy.
Tired and happy.
Exactly. And what lesson did the writer learn?
Cooperation and friendship are
Are
important.
Excellent. So, this paragraph gives us the writer's feeling and lesson. This is why context can be meaningful. It is not only about what happened, but also about what we learned from the experience. Now, everyone, this is our golden rules of recon. Rule number 1. Remember simple past tense. When the event happened in the past, look for verb to or the appropriate past form. Rule number 2. Use sequence connectors to organize the story. Seperti first, then, after that, and finally. Without sequence connectors, our story may become confusing. So remember the sentence. Past tense tells us when, connectors tell us the order. Can everybody repeat?
Past
Past tense tell
us
us when.
connect
Connectors tell us
us.
the order.
Fantastic. That is exactly what I want you to remember. Now it's time to check your understanding. Please look at the screen. You will do an individual quiz through Playground. There are 10 multiple choice questions. Each question has one best answer. You will need to read the text carefully, find evidence, and answer independently. Remember, this is not about who is the fastest. It is about who understands the text. Jadi kerjakan dengan jujur dan mandiri ya, jangan melihat jawaban dari teman. Your questions will cover the purpose of recount text, specific information, generic structure, simple past tense, sequence connectors, inference, and the lesson from the text. Are you ready for the quiz, guys?
Yes, sir.
Before we finish, let's summarize what we have learned today. A recount text allows us to share past personal experiences with others. It has three main structures: orientation, events, and reorientation. Orientation introduces who, when, and where. Events tells us what happened in chronological order. Reorientation closes the story by giving feelings, comments, and impressions. We also learn that recount text commonly use simple past tense, times expressions, action verb, and sequence connectors. And remember, when answering the questions, always look for evidence in the text. Most importantly, on Independence Day, experience can teach us meaningful values such as cooperation, friendship, and supporting one another. Now I want you to answer one final reflection question. What makes a recount text easy to understand?
A clear structure, sir.
Simple past tense.
Sequence connectors.
Excellent answer. Those are exactly the important points. Okay, everyone, we have reached the end of our lesson. Before I close the class, do you have any question about recount text, simple past tense, orientation, events, reorientation, or sequence connectors?
No questions,
sir.
sir.
All right, are you clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for your active participation. Okay, thank you so much for your active participation today. I really appreciate your answers, your attention, and your energy. Remember, mistakes are okay. Mistakes helps us know what we still need to practice. Please continue your Please continue with your individual background quiz. Read the text carefully and choose your answer based on evidence. And if you want to practice more, think about your own Independence Day experience. What did you do? Who were you with? Where did it happen? What happened first? Then, and finally, and most importantly, how did you feel? All right, everyone, that's all enough for today. Thank you for joining my class. Keep learning English, keep practicing, and keep telling your stories. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Bye. Stay
Bye,
healthy and
sir.
stay up.
Bye, sir. Stay
Thank
healthy.
you.